Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Go-To Food Podcast, brought to you by Blink, the UK company revolutionising the POS game. And today we're delighted to be joined by arguably one of the most important chefs of the last 50 years in Margot Henderson OBE. Incredible. Yeah, she's played a huge part in bringing to life some of the greatest dining rooms in London. From the early days working the Eagle to Quality Shop House, Rochelle Canteen to the French House, and many more, including, I'm sure, having a huge impact on the food gastronomical cathedral, which is St John. Fergus is in the building. What a wonderful man he is. Hopefully we'll see. He's watching a movie at the moment. Hopefully we'll see him when he comes down later. But firstly, a beautiful moment. We met last night for a couple of drinks.
Ready.
You didn't remember Ben.
Don't start.
You didn't remember Ben.
I did remember Ben.
No, it's fine. I was only there for a handful of shit.
We've met since.
We have met since.
And sometimes the merging of all the chefs out the back for moments, they do merge.
Well, you must have had thousands of chefs through there over the years.
Because I'm an old lady.
No, not because you're an old lady, because you run for a long time the busiest catering company in London, as well as Rochelle Canteen. Yeah. So there was everyone out the back there.
But you don't remember what he was like on the pots and pans?
He was excellent.
He was incredible.
I remember efficiency, cleaning,
Margot, this is unbelievable. Clearing.
Honour.
Just working hard.
What can I do next, Margot? What can I do next?
Good.
Genuinely.
Yeah, amazing. We also had your ex-head chef, Anna Tobias, on recently. What a lovely lady she was. Went on a great rant about the homogenisation of restaurants due to PR. Thoughts on that?
Well, PR have done very well at making a great job for themselves. We don't seem to be able to survive without them, especially up-and-coming new restaurants. Yeah. They've built a relationship with the journalists, with the newspapers, and it seems that we have to pay them now. Yeah. It's just another little thing you've got to put into your budget when you're opening a restaurant.
Another layer.
How much you're going to put into, how long you're going to have PR, how do you trust them, how do you love them, all of these things. Yeah. It's difficult, it is difficult, but they do work, and they're very helpful. They've helped us here at the pub.
Really? So you've used them here.
When did that sneak in, like 10 years ago or something?
I think it sort of seems to slip in, didn't it? You didn't quite notice, and everyone was saying, I've got PR, have you got PR? Yeah. And we were always, Fergus never had PR, and we were very proud of that, but...
so was there a time, when you're...
St John does have PR now.
Does it?
Yeah.
With the French House, when you first opened Rochelle, was the nature of it would have been that you just built relationships with journalists direct? They would come and speak to you.
Yeah.
And
you built. I mean, I think with the restaurant, if you can, it's so wonderful to grow organically and gently and not have to. But now with rents and all the costs, that is much more difficult.
You kind of have to hit the ground running.
You have to hit the ground. But we had a great friendship base, and through that, friends and family came a lot of other people, a lot of support, so that brought things in well, and then the journalists came and they wanted to write about us, so that was helpful.
Anna said you were the greatest boss she's ever had. You gave her the freedom to express herself. I mean, how important is that as a owner, restaurateur, to give your minions freedom?
Minions.
In a beautiful way.
Fred.
In a beautiful way.
No, I'm with you.
I mean, she's a head chef. So, she's a head chef. You're employing a head chef. You employ people because of their talent. Hopefully, you haven't made a mistake. Also...
Like with Ben, sorry.
I mean, there has to be consistency. So with that, there is a feeling that Rochelle moves from each chef. And we've had some amazing head chefs. I mean, they've all been fantastic. We've all clashed a little now and again. Boom.
But that's important, right? In a creative environment.
And sometimes I go, that is not Rochelle Canteen, and you can forget it. But then generally they understand that we've had a lot of people who've cooked with Fergus, so we follow notes to tail. We're and I'm passionate about simple cooking, but sometimes I feel we should be maybe being a bit more rigid about things. I mean, that's the ebbs and flows of Rochelle in a way, isn't it?
Am I right in thinking, even when you were at the front, you've always employed a head chef other than yourself? So have you always had...
Not when Fergus and I were
No,
there.
not when but once Fergus had left.
Once I started having babies and Fergus left. So I had a baby, Hector, who's now the head chef.
Yeah, look at that, full circle.
I had it,
Yeah, so you've always had that role of kind of guiding.
Yeah. And I
to
do
make
shifts, when people are sick. Or short-staffed. And then the catering, when I was in catering, I was definitely working, cooking, pushing that forward. But we had Ewan Farmer, who was the head chef then.
Of course.
And he was amazing. And all the jobs, the jobs would come in. It was huge. We were doing meals for 300 people, running the little canteen. You've got to have we had breakfast then as well.
Yeah.
Thank God we got rid of breakfast.
Crazy.
One of the best breakfasts in London, though, when it was there.
No money, though.
Really?
And a lot of, the kitchen you'd be prepping and serving your bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
And
trying to not burn the toast too much on that little grill thing.
Yeah. But
mentioning your son there quickly, I've seen you've written about sort of a lack of, or losing a bit of confidence coming back after your first bit. Was that tough, or?
Yeah, I think cooking is a muscle like anything. You need to be practicing, you need to be on it. The more memory you've got, I went, baby Gaga, my beautiful children. And you do lose yourself a bit in parenting and children. I mean, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? You're nesting, you're doing all those things.
Yeah.
And I absolutely adored having children and babies. I was really good at babies, maybe not so good at the rest of it, but good at babies.
Well, they all turn into incredibly successful human beings.
Unbelievable.
How tough is it to transition from sort of putting so much resource, money, effort, investment into your chefs at whatever level, and then just when they're getting there, they're off?
Oh, so annoying.
Yeah.
I used to cry.
Really?
No, I don't cry anymore.
No.
I have actually grown up.
Yeah, but it must be awful.
Oh, when James Ferguson left, I thought and he took the sous chef as well.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
who was the sous chef? Ben Coon.
Yeah, beautiful Ben. I mean, both amazing. You also take people for granted a bit. Probably think your life is so great. These amazing chefs. They're cooking the food I want, and then you think, how am I going to find somebody else who's going to understand this?
Yeah.
But I sort of, over the years, I've learned that it can happen. It's a tricky period when you're working that all out. And people have to leave. When they need to go, they have to go because they're unhappy generally. Yeah. And they need to
or they've just got a new opportunity.
They need to do their own thing.
Do you have the pull between obviously wanting to desperately keep them, but then also feeling quite a sense of pride when they go on to do something really cool?
Exactly,
because
your babies
are thriving somewhere else.
Fergus is always incredibly positive about that. So he has such he's very loyal stuff.
Yeah.
So they often don't go for years, but it's a great thing. We've all worked together. I've had people call up and say, "Oh, I'm remembering the things you taught me all those years ago."
Yeah.
So that makes you happy.
Yeah,
and they often forget the bad times.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Why the Three Horseshoes then? I mean, we're at this incredible pub. What brought you down here? And also, if we don't know about it as listeners, what sort of delights can we expect when we come down?
Well, we're in Batcombe, Valley of the Bats. That's what it means.
Terrifying.
It's a beautiful pub in an incredibly beautiful village in a wonderful area, Somerset. We've got Bruton just down the road. Well, I've been coming to Bruton for years because we had friends there.
Yeah.
But not really understanding the sort of vast amount of incredible producers and all the farming, which is amazing, whether it's dairy or making cider, cheese.
We've got Wescombe just on the road, right?
Yeah,
just
so
out
Wescombe's 10 minutes up the road.
Yeah.
They are making the most beautiful cheese. They have a cave in a hill full of cheddar. It makes me cry when I go in there. It's so beautiful.
Really?
And I've got Tina Turner, and it's this machine from Switzerland
she's
that
not singing.
turns the
I thought they were
cheddars.
playing Tina Turner to the cheese to give it.
They also are milling the flour. So our bread's coming from
Landres,
Landres is there. They've got the most amazing charcuterie. They've got a bar on a Friday, which is a bit annoying, but we'll go with that. We're all fighting for the Bruton pound.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of beef, isn't there? Because there are a lot of places to go.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not easy all the time. People have weekend houses. They go back to London.
Yeah.
But there is the rich flow. We'd love the travelling older person. Travelling around
stop
Britain.
in.
But Elizabeth David would be so proud of us because she used to have to go to France, travel around France, stop off at little country places, eat the best food. But you can do that in Britain now.
Yeah.
No, it's. I mean, there's so many great.
An hour and a half on the
places.
train from London, and you're in a whole new world.
Yeah.
It's
Extraordinary. I mean, we just got to witness your veg delivery this morning from Charles Dowding.
You had the goggles on, didn't you?
I had the goggles on. It's I've never seen such extraordinary. It's like it was like Disneyland. It's amazing.
His garden, it's not that big. I mean, it's a lovely little house in a village.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah.
But it's not like fields and
It's
fields.
not like a vast farm.
But every bit of it is full of the most incredible compost. He is the most incredible gardener and a lovely chap.
Yeah.
And the beetroot, it's all loved and nourished, and we get it fresh. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
and
extraordinary
we're very,
stuff.
very lucky.
Yeah.
Very lucky. We take anything we can get, actually, from him.
We got to meet Fergus earlier. Everyone sort of says he's the greatest chef of all time. He's a hero. No, but he's a hero in not just the British food scene, but around the world. What is it which makes him the greatest? Because it's something deeper than just being a chef, isn't it? There's some sort of spiritual, magical, mystical thing there as well, I feel.
Well, he's a man with great ideas.
Yeah.
He changed a way of... He was on time, and there was a frustration about how food was happening at that time, and he gave us British food and realised that we could cook British food and look at what we had around us, rather than just looking to France and Europe all the time, even though I think his food's pretty Italian, just without the pasta. Don't you think?
That's so true.
It is quite Italian. Yeah. But it's about identifying that, lovely, slow, gentle cooking, or the joys of all the different cuts of meat. When he wrote Nose to Tail, we were travelling in Australia, and we met all these chefs, and he said, I was going to give up cooking, because it would just, we were boning out. There's nothing wrong with boning out quails, but everyone was boning everything out, and it was a breast of... It was a breast of chicken we were serving breasts of chicken. I mean, in the end, this is better, more wholesome, we understand it more, it's more better for the environment, everything. It's about the whole animal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How did you guys meet? Because I read within 5 months you were married.
5 months.
Proposed to you...
Seven.
Proposed to you at Sweetings, right?
Sweetings.
What a place. Still go there?
We still go there.
Go
we still go there. We went the other day. Same waiter.
Really?
Been Fergus's waiter since he was 20.
Really?
That is so
It's
sweet.
so lovely, isn't it?
What's the order when you go there? Do you wing it about, or is it you keep...
We go to the bar first. You have a black velvet, of course, in the tanker.
Tankard,
And you stand there, and then, because we don't generally book a table, then you wait for your table. There are 3 tables. And Angelo, who's Fergus's waiter, is on. He's moved section from where we moved to that section.
We've had to move,
So we go to those tables now. It's romantic. It's about history. Just the rhythm of it. Fergus loves the idea. When you go to the counter, you sit at the counter, or you go under the bench.
I love going under the bench.
Under the bench. The waiter comes. No. The waiter asks you what you want, then they have to go back and bring it around, then they give you the food. So the whole rhythm, the dance of it is beautiful as well.
Amazing.
Sorry, but how did you guys meet? I cut you off there.
We met, he was doing, it wasn't called a pop-up then, but he would do these little pop-ups.
Yeah.
And it was a small club called 17 Mercer Street, and it cost £15 to be a member. And I thought, I can afford that.
Yeah.
I went to the opening night. He'd actually nicked my kitchen porter, Simon Millamundy.
Some things never change.
Yeah, so Simon was our Cupid. I had pigeon and peas.
Nice.
I was like, whoa, this is cool. Yeah. And what did I get? Pigeon and peas.
Yeah.
It was no fancy bits, no slices.
And did that feel radical at the time?
It felt, I just thought, I love this. This is so wild. It's so simple. It was very exciting. And then I met him. Then we met a year later at the Eagle. I was working at the Eagle.
You were.
I said to Fergus, we should open a restaurant together. And I told his sister.
Yeah.
He called that night, said, I don't know why we haven't thought of it before. I said, when shall we meet? He said, I finish at 10. I said, I finish at 10. And David Eyre had just built an amazing motorbike. Really posh motorbike. He'd brought it up from the basement in the Eagle. Yeah. And he drove me across town. And I met my darling. We just talked about kidneys. And he even let me talk about coriander, because I think he fancied me. And he hates coriander.
But he let you go on the ramp.
And then he said, we're thinking of opening a business. Shall we be lovers as well?
Oh, Christ.
God,
that line.
Always been a wordsmith.
Yeah.
Bringing it to.
That's the rock and roll you've been after.
And that was in May. And then we got married in February.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was...
You're both unbelievable decision makers, I think.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. 300 people at our wedding.
Well, both incredible chefs. What's the food offering there for 300? I mean, that's half.
Cassoulet.
Really?
February. We got married in winter.
Yeah.
I actually made enough cassoulet for 1,000.
Yeah, right.
Still some going.
That was too much.
Yeah, you can still try that cassoulet today. Yeah.
That was a lot of cassoulet.
Obviously, you've worked together for many years and then went apart. But how does your style of food at sort of Rochelle now? How is it similar? How does it differ from Fergus's, for those who don't know? Or in your mind?
Well, Fergus is so clear, and he always knows the reason why, where I'm a bit more all over the place and a bit more chaotic. And also I'm a Kiwi, so I'm adopting things all the time.
Yeah.
Fergus is very deeply rooted in Britain. His mother came from Bolton. I mean, I like to take a bit of Turkish, this, you know, so because I'm trying to find what my food culture is in a way. So, and also Fergus with his architecture, he's more disciplined, whereas I'm a bit more...
7 years.
See what looks good.
7 years he spent studying to be an architect.
Yeah.
And then just became the greatest chef ever.
Greatest chef ever.
Well,
he
second greatest chef ever.
Yes, I know.
Freddie.
Well, I'm allowed to say that
I
in front
think
of
they're all great chefs
Margot.
out there.
I'm saying Margot's the greatest chef
No,
ever.
I know, but she knows she is.
No, I know, yeah.
Fergus is going to hear us. He's in the building as well. Don't want to upset him.
He might have Lara Croft turned up.
Yeah.
He might not be able to hear us.
Talking about Rochelle, though, how did you come to work with Melanie Arnold? Because she was in the art world, is that right?
Yeah, she was working at the Tate.
Yeah.
John Spiteri,
Yeah.
who opened the French house with
Long
us.
Cool John, they call him.
Yeah.
LL Cool J.
John and Fergus were great old friends, and we all opened the French house dining room together. And then when John, the men, went off to St John to open St John, they suggested that I become partners with Melanie. And I met Melanie on her wedding day, actually.
Really?
Fergus was going to the wedding, and they said, could you come along? And which is they're so pleased they did say yes, because then we went on to spend many, many years working together. And so they suggested, I said, yeah, why not? And she was really keen. She seemed passionate. I thought, well, you seem like you care a lot. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. And we were at the French house for 7 years.
Can you paint a picture of like London dining at that time? Because you were saying when we met you last night at the bar, it was just after the end of like the tax deductible business lunch.
Yeah, which was a bit of a bore.
Which was a shame. So the long lunch was out, but then it kind of felt like it got replaced by artists, advertising executives. People were still coming and having lunches with you, right?
Yeah, they
so
were
what
definitely. Soho was very lunchy.
Yeah.
Soho was, it was fantastic. You know, Old Compton Street was not full of restaurants painted black.
No.
I mean, why do they all think black? It's like, this is going to be cool. We're going to paint our restaurant black. You know,
like
we had Patisserie Valerie. We went in there with the most beautiful red vinyl tables, same waitress, been there for years. There were bowls of croissants to die for, just sitting at a table, and then you told them how many you'd had. It was incredible.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, it was.
That's a system I like.
It was beautiful. There was a lot of trad Italian places. I think food has become much better and diverse. You know, Indian restaurants now are so incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the food scene has got better, but it still was great fun. I mean, we had wonderful... We go to Chinese restaurants. My father-in-law would say 27 bottles of muscadet, which meant keep them coming. Yeah. Keep them coming.
Yeah,
that's a great line.
And the waiters knew. Keep them coming. They loved it, you know, fast pouring.
So how exciting and sort of culture explosive was the opening of the French house then? What was the offering in the early days?
At the French house?
Yeah, 92, right?
Yeah, so it wasn't open. So the dining room, there was nothing up there.
So what was it? It was just an empty room?
There had been years ago. Yeah. Years, I mean.
But I'm saying when you guys came in and opened up.
So what were we offering?
Yeah.
Oh, so we did a little menu very similar to 5 starters, 5 mains, changing menu, boiled ham, parsley sauce, tripe. We were doing a mixture of offal, quails, of course, but not boned down.
No.
Thank God.
Pumpkin soup, I remember on the early menus, I brought that, and I taught Fergus about pumpkins.
Yeah.
You call them squash, I call them pumpkins. Because, you know, in England back then, a pumpkin was something that you fed to your animals.
Yeah, really.
And it wasn't this wonderful, but I came from New Zealand, so we were
right,
pumpkin
I'll show you how to deal with this thing.
Yeah, I know. You know, simple, very straightforward food. With the 2 of us there, I remember we got eels in one time. They were all alive. We were desperately... In the book, I said, it's just like peeling a stocking off a woman's leg. It's not. No. Okay? It's really hard.
That was one of my first jobs in food.
Really?
A smokery in Kent, having to skin all the eels.
Really?
Oh.
Alive? No.
in my memory they came in alive. You had to put a nail through their head. But
Yeah, but
I think maybe that was what happened. I was only 17.
I think it's best to buy them smoked. And anyway, should we eat eel anyway?
Should we eat eel?
This is a big
Well, Jeremy
question.
Lee's going to be listening.
Jeremy Lee.
Yeah.
You've got something to answer,
No,
Jeremy.
they say that they're being farmed, but actually, I don't think you can farm an eel.
No.
And they've just, that little sperm's blobbed its way all the
I
way
know.
from the Saragossa
He's knackered,
Sea.
I know.
I just think we need to leave it a bit. But then, I had the eel sandwich at Quo Vadis the other day,
It's
and
so good.
it is the most delicious
It is
thing.
gorgeous.
So that could be, your guilty, whatever.
Your guilty pleasure. Yeah. Go and have an eel sandwich. Only occasionally, though.
Do
Yeah.
you remember any nightmares in the early days?
Oh, my God. Well, Fergus would go out for lunch, and you wonder when he was coming back. I said, Fergus, I know you're a lunch man, but now you're also a chef. I was sort of teaching him the rigour of the kitchen because he was a bit swervy, a bit spoiled.
Yeah.
But he learned, and he was, he was amazing. He brought so much to it all. But there were disasters. I remember the carp. We got carp. We thought we were going to do something with carp.
Ooh.
Quenelles, anyway, falling into the ice cream mix. Never got carp again.
No. That's odd.
I don't know why we thought, let's try carp.
Yeah.
We'd arrived very early in the morning because we thought we needed to see the fish.
Yeah.
Ben's fish. We've got Ben.
Really? Even then?
Yeah, way back then. Yeah, he was delivering to Alistair Little. So there was Alistair Little doing great food down the road. There was some really good restaurants, actually. And, Alice Waters, Shapen East was going, so we were all following Shapen East.
Yeah.
That sort of feeling of that Californian food can be simpler. There was Kensington Place.
Really?
I worked at 192.
Yeah.
I mean, 192 taught me a lot about that changing menu, and Alistair started that.
Apparently that was a pretty brutal kitchen. I mean, we spoke to Diana Henry recently. She managed a one-day stage before she ran for the hills because it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
I lasted a year.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
But what was that kitchen
And then
like?
I asked if I could be the sous chef, and they said no. And I thought, and it was a year I decided I was going to push myself.
Yeah.
I made this New Year's resolution. Stop sitting back, Margot.
Yeah.
Just having a nice time in the kitchen. You've decided you're going to be a chef. Now be one and get out there.
Yeah.
So I asked Madeleine Bonino, she was a head chef then, she's amazing. She taught me so much if I could be the sous chef, and she said I wasn't up to it. And then I said, oh, okay, fair enough. And then somebody asked if I would be the head chef at first floor, and I really wasn't up to that. But I said yes, because of the New Year's resolution.
Yes.
I had to do
Push
it.
forward.
But I built a good team.
So how tough was that going in to be a head
team.
chef? Because everyone was like, I remember Mr. Corrigan saying recently.
Great for losing weight.
Really?
Just for stress.
Yeah.
Stress, you're working all the time, you don't know what you're doing. Faye Mashler came in.
Yeah, fair.
And I said, who are you? She came into the kitchen, I said, sorry, who are you? She said, I am Faye Mashler.
Oh, Christ.
Oh my God! And she gave us a fantastic review. And it sort of just got a bit more confident. It was good.
So it was quite early days to be a head chef for you then?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, it was a young restaurant looking at new things, and we learnt as we went.
Yeah. Can you remember the sort of what was on your menus as a head chef there?
We did, I remember the haricot and sorrel soup.
Oh, nice.
With chicken stock. It was beautiful.
Love sorrel.
We were pouring for Elizabeth David, but we were also a bit bonkers where we'd have a bit of Asian on, and Peter Gordon worked with us.
Oh. Really?
So he had been a head chef for a long time in New Zealand, at the Sugar Club, and great friend, an amazing chef. Peter food is just sort of pouring out of him. He's so efficient and strong. And so I learned a lot from him. Yeah. And we had a really good team actually.
Is it particularly Kiwi or New Zealandish? That kind of, because I mean he started fusion food in London, really, right, Peter Gordon? Is that something unique because of like where you're positioned in the world? And
I think
because you seem to have like an innate sense of being able to pull things together.
Yeah, I think he worked in Australia, Melbourne, so there's so many things going on. I mean, fusion is sort of a word that's gone now, isn't it? Because everyone's doing it anyway.
Everyone's kind of doing it.
For a while, we were saying it was a bit of a dirty word.
Yeah,
that was Fergus's fault, probably. But I think we've all learned now there's a place for it all.
There's a place for all of it.
Yeah.
Well, were you angry in '94 when Fergus up and left? I mean, the French house was doing well.
Oh, look, here he is.
Here he is.
here he is.
Great. I mean, can we give him a shot?
Was I angry? No, I wasn't angry. I was excited for him, and you know, and St John was just beautiful, and we were all like overexcited, having the best time, and that bar and the whiteness. And I mean, it was a very, very exciting time.
But there were a lot of doubters there. You know, Fergus obviously saw the vision himself, but a lot of even his partners couldn't see the potential.
I think they could.
No, but when John Spiteri came on, he said it was crazy. He saw this old battered smokehouse, and we were going like, maybe this isn't the right move.
Yeah, no, it was very scary, and there wasn't much money, but they rented the flats upstairs, so that got the money in, so they could use that. I mean, basically, they were turning over what that money was, what was in it. There wasn't great big backers or anything like that. And then opened, everyone was there. It's so busy. Ruthie Rogers called one day and said, Fergus, do you mind if we extend our table to 6? And he said, of course not, Ruthie. Anything for you, darling. And he said, who's coming? And it was Iman and David Bowie.
Whoa.
And the room was packed, and they walk in, and everyone goes silent, and then they start roaring. I was at the French house cooking, scrubbing down as quickly as I could.
Got to get there.
I missed them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was a great moment.
But you had some characters through the French house, though.
We
didn't you? I mean, you weren't short of exciting people eating there.
No, we had lots of wonderful people, but those two are pretty special.
That's different.
That's quite a good lead.
No, I'm with you.
And then, but then we went down a bit. St John went down. There was a lot of reviews about awfully good and all that sort of thing. And it was a very hot summer, and St John was quite hot. They didn't have aircon.
Yeah, right.
And it was tricky. We were quite quiet. And then Anthony Bourdain, best fucking fuck off restaurant in the whole fucking world. Thank you, Anthony.
Game
that really
changed.
Helped, and the art world helped. They loved it. The art world loved it. They got it.
Yeah.
They understood it. Because a lot of people found it scary at first.
Really?
Yeah, I think they just thought, why isn't there music and pictures?
Yeah.
Because you're the art.
You are
the
the
customer.
Art. Piece of performance art. It's the longest running piece of performance art ever.
But also,
I think,
every chef who comes on, and Ben, you put it nicely a couple of weeks ago when you said sort of it's a sort of quite macho food in a way, but the kitchen's always been the kindest, and every single person who's come on, from Rav Gill to whoever said...
Fergus doesn't think it's macho.
No.
It's gentle, and it just makes sense, and soothing, and loving food. That's sort of, you know, that's the whole thing, but, you know, what is macho is great big burgers and steaks and all that sort of thing.
Okay.
And St John's not really steaks, is it?
No, it's gentle.
Yeah.
But the kitchen environment, I mean, has always been incredible. Every person who comes on and says,
quite
like...
a few blokes there.
There are blokes.
They're all gentle as well.
But they're saying they're listening to Radio 4 doing the crosswords.
Yeah, Rav said she'd never... And people asking you how you were, you know, is your day okay?
Yeah, no,
so she'd never worked in a place like that, and it just changed her view of the whole industry.
It's, people love working. I didn't really ever work there.
No. You were too busy, Margot.
We should quickly say that today's
lunch there.
Today's show is powered by our great friends at Blink, the UK heroes flipping the POS world on its head. There are no contracts, no hidden fees, no per device nonsense. Running a restaurant when Margot's got several, then you already know that most POS systems are slow, clunky, and daylight robbery. But Blink isn't. It's the first POS so simple your team can be masters of it in minutes. Even Ben got his head around it eventually. For just £69 a month, you get unlimited devices, proper UK support, and zero headaches. That's half the price of the big guys,
isn't it?
And we're going to give you a free month with the code GO2BLINK, BLINQ, and we hope you come and join us because it's a great little place. I want to take you back, Margot, to Wellington. You were born there. Your mother wrote books about restaurants in New Zealand, loved food, but at the same time was quite strict with sort of dietary requirements when you were growing up. Is that right?
My mother was a health nut.
Really?
When I was 2, everything white went out the window. It was all brown. We had molasses, cider vinegar and honey was our juice.
Really? Probably very good for you.
Brown bread, which she made the yogurt bread. It was a lot of salads. We ate meat, but it was very healthy food.
And were you, as a child, were you into that?
Sunflower seeds and raisins when we went to the movies.
That was your snack? Really? No popcorn, no chocolate?
So did you revolt against that?
Well, I did when my brothers came along, because I was like, Mum, no one can have your brown biscuits for their birthday. Because in New Zealand, you'd go to birthday parties and there'd be this spread, and you'd have white bread with hundreds and meringues, and the mothers had been baking all day. And Mum wasn't quite like that.
No.
She was this hippie and was all healthy. And so I took that role on. needs, must. I said, I need white sugar, Mum. And I would fill oranges with jelly and make meringues and do the whole thing. And then people compliment you and you start to enjoy it. You think, oh, I can do this.
Yeah. So how old were you when you were starting to take control?
I was probably about 9.
Really?
Yeah. And then I made Snails as well. We were studying France at school.
Yeah.
It's like standard 2. And the teacher said, bring your snails from the garden. So we all took snails in, drowned them, and then we fried them up with breadcrumbs and garlic. And I thought it was the best thing I'd ever eaten.
Yeah, right.
And then I started cooking them for my mother's. I would be given them, because, everyone tries to encourage children if they're good at anything. Oh, she liked that, let's do this.
And so get Margot some more snails.
So I was cooked snails.
And were they well received? People were liking it?
Yeah, I mean, New Zealand... They're really good French restaurants then.
Yeah.
Quite classic. In New Zealand when I was young, to get a license, you needed carpet in the loo.
What?
Yeah, that was sort of how,
Sounds like Michelin star nowadays.
Yeah. It was like you couldn't have wooden tables and things like that.
Right, okay.
Wow. But that obviously changed.
That's changed.
But, yeah. But she really introduced me to restaurants and the love of restaurants.
So what she was writing like a review guide, was that? Or
no,
what?
She just wrote eating houses in Wellington and eating houses in Canterbury. But they took a few years finding all the restaurants and researching. She just had an idea. And
did you go on these trips with her? Did you go and see the restaurants?
We'd go to some of them.
Yeah.
Pierre's, Le Beauchamp. L'escargot.
Yeah.
I had snail. I had frog's legs after school cert, which is like GCSEs.
Yeah.
My parents took me for lunch, and I had frog's legs for the first time. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, so exciting.
Yeah. I was really into it.
Yeah.
So how did you end up cooking? Because you were a KP at a place called Java, right?
Java, yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Done as research.
Thank you. But then, how did you go from KP to cook? Or chef, I should say.
They asked, I said, can I have a job as a chef? And they needed a chef, and I started cooking. Alif Madova, she's still a great friend. She's an amazing chef. And Geraldine, 2 women ran this really lovely restaurant, and they did from 10 o'clock till 12, they did, they're called entrees, but starters. And so you could go to the movies and go and have a light snack and wine and cocktails, which was a very new thing in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
so hold on, 10 p.m. till 12.
Yeah, but they did a normal service.
But then at the end,
in the end was some more.
What a great idea!
It was lovely, and she changed the menu every month. Made bread. It was great.
Yeah.
It was really good. The KPing was quite hard.
Yeah.
I once drank the Tiger Red, which was the oven cleaner. It was in a Pinto's bottle, which is a juice bottle. And I thought, when I clear this bench,
have a little swig.
I'm going to have a little bit of that. Put it into a wine glass. I thought it was a bit frothy. And then I gulped it down, and it burnt my inside.
Christ.
But they just gave me milk.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
You moved get rid of that one.
You moved to London, sort of around 20 to study English, and then you said, actually, I don't really want to study English. I want to go work in a Mexican cantina.
Oh, no, that was in New Zealand.
Was it? The Mexican cantina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Study was in New Zealand. I don't know why that story is. I went to university for literally 6 months, and it wasn't for me. And I couldn't cope with it, and I wasn't any good. And
so then straight to England?
No, then I worked at the Mexican cantina.
That was still in New Zealand as well?
Yeah, so I literally had 3 jobs at the same time.
Really?
And I would water pot plants for the government, work at the Mexican canteen when I was meant to be watering pot plants.
Yeah, nice.
And then in the evening I'd go to Java and cook.
Oh, wow.
And then we'd go out to Claire's dancing until 2. I had good energy.
Start all over.
Really
hella energy.
Yeah. And I saved up and I came to Bruton.
Nice.
Where I got my first job. Do you know that one?
Come on, Freddie.
I'm thinking, was it rice balls in your flat?
No, it was Pizza Express in Wimbledon.
Was it?
Really?
Yeah. And
As a pizzaiolo?
And I even got a diploma in Pizzology. And I went to this area called Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Heard of it.
And I got out the tube and I went to the Pizza Express up the top there by the train.
Yeah.
And I did we did a day's course. I actually really loved it, and it was a brilliant job. And Wimbledon Village was, it was a really family restaurant.
Yeah,
They'd all worked there for years, and it was great fun.
You love Pizza Express, don't you? Still,
Freddie, I'm not afraid of the voucher at Pizza Express.
They ruined the look though.
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a brilliant look, Pizza Express before, and then they thought they wanted to make it look like Soho House. Sofas everywhere. What is it with this different chairs and sofa thing?
I know.
Dickheads everywhere.
What was this crazy rice ball business? Is that true? It can't be true.
Yep.
Yes.
Then I went to Australia. I came back to England and I started this rice ball business. I was cooking 50 kilos of brown rice in my flat in Finsbury Park, cooling it in the bathtubs, getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning, squeezing it into these, and then deep frying them. And then drive around and drop them off at health shops. It's basically bad food for macrobiotics or health nuts.
Yeah.
But
so
then
what are these rice balls?
They're delicious.
But not like an arancini. It's like a...
Yeah, it's more a Japanese macrobiotic thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you have herbs in it, shallots, bring it together with a little bit of flour, so not so good for... But you pressure cook the rice so it's really sticky.
Yeah.
It's very sticky. They're really yummy. They're a great snack. I brought them back for the ICA. They were so ICA.
Oh, I had one of those at the ICA.
I thought that was my genius at the ICA, the brown rice balls.
They were great. So that was the early rice ball business?
Yeah, genius.
Oh, I didn't even know they were healthy. I was fucking naming that.
I don't know if they are there.
No, okay. Yeah.
But you sort of feel.
Yeah.
You obviously mentioned Notting Hill there, mentioned 192 earlier. You said it taught you a lot. What did you learn from it? When you look back now, what did you take from that? Because that was also one of the hottest restaurants in London, right?
Yeah, I learned to cook in a very tight space, really fast.
Yeah.
Produce a lot of food. We were doing 100 covers for lunch. It was so busy. People were really, they loved 192. I walked past and looked in and thought, I want to meet
that
these
looks
people.
great. Yeah.
I'm going to work there.
Yeah.
And I had a new frock on. I walked in and I said, I'm a chef. And, people love having women.
Yeah.
It's quite, they love to have a woman. Got a job started the following week. I learned about service. I learned to change the menu quickly. Great people. We had a great team of people we were working with. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really enjoyable. I loved it, actually. I wanted more shifts.
Really? Yeah, really.
Give me more. I was like, give me
Just
more.
keep them coming. Well, no, I was going to say, what was it like being a female chef at that time? Like, you seem to have worked almost exclusively for women by that point. But was that the norm?
No, there were a lot of men in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It was great. Flirting away.
Yeah, quite exciting.
Gorgeous guys,
Yeah.
everyone around. The atmosphere in the kitchen, you're all getting on and a bit of sparring, but fun. I mean, there was nothing, I never worked anywhere where people, I wanted to go and work at Bibendum. I really did, but I was too scared.
Really? So who was that? Simon Hopkinson's Bibendum at the time?
I really wanted to go there, but I was, so I sort of protected myself as well.
Yeah.
I was nervous I wasn't good enough, all that sort of thing. And I probably wasn't, actually. But when I was at 192, I did go to Bibendum.
Yeah.
And for lunch, they all took us, the whole team.
Nice.
And Elizabeth David and Egon Ronay walked in.
No.
Then Francis Bacon sat down.
Cool.
And then Barry Manilow walked across the room.
Oh.
And we also met Simon Hopkinson.
Yeah.
And he brought us out a rabbit pie, and it was beautiful. And I was just like, this
In
is
awe.
life. I've made it. This is good. I've made it.
What was his kind of appeal at that time? So, because he's obviously now sort of mellowed, and he kind of doesn't really cook anymore. But how hot was
he does cook. I think he cooks every day.
Does he?
Yeah.
My mistake, Freddie.
Yeah.
At home, but you mean
no, at home.
for people?
I mean, he's not out there behind the stoves, kind of selling his food to.
I think it was quite. I mean, it's stressful. I mean, he's doing the most incredible food, simple, beautiful food. I've got some of the menus. They're just amazing. I mean, he would do leek scribiche, but he did very simple food, but beautiful and so much perfection. And pigeon. I mean, it was classical. But quite high, it was very high end.
Yeah.
But not, I mean, Michelin star wouldn't have liked it, did they? They never gave him a Michelin star.
It's ridiculous.
I mean,
yeah.
And it gave birth to so many great chefs, right?
Didn't it?
Howard, Jeremy Lee.
And others.
Henry.
But I only asked.
Henry,
yeah.
of course.
And his brother.
Bruce Paul.
Yeah. Basically, there's this line that gets peddled by chefs that, at the eating in London in the 80s, that there wasn't that many restaurants. There was about 5 people went to, like Chez Nico, But then we had Lloyd Grossman on, who said that's not true at all. There was this exciting layer of food. It was like couldn't have been a better time to eat. Yeah.
Fergus and I would go, where should we? Sometimes we'd go. We had a Bibendum problem at one stage. We're like, where should we go for dinner? And we both go, is it Bibendum?
Is it Bibendum? Please say it's Bibendum. Yeah.
and we'd spend all our money and be broke for another.
Well, what are your thoughts on the London restaurant scene now then? It doesn't seem to have that excitement in general as the days you're...
Oh, that's just because what? What, you don't find it exciting?
No, I do.
You're like, who's asking?
No, I was trying to get a headline. I was trying to get a headline out of you.
I think it's very exciting. There's so much going on, and I just think London. I've just become British, actually.
Congratulations.
Really?
Yeah.
And a lot
At
of
last.
People, after 40 years. But a lot of people say, oh, you poor thing. Well, I would say that Britain is a fantastic country.
Yeah.
Rich in culture, with so many wonderful people who live here, who work together brilliantly, all different backgrounds and cultures. I mean, I think, of course, there are some
Twats.
That's the right word, I don't want to swear,
out
there. But, you know, there's so much going on,
Couldn't agree more.
We're really expressing it a lot through our restaurants and food.
Yeah.
And
greatest food city in the world.
People say it.
that's what we say, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
London.
Yeah, we insist on that. Yeah.
What about the quality chop house then?
Oh, Charles, darling Charles Fontaine.
Yeah.
I went there to work. He said, why, how much, and how long?
Wow.
I said, 3 months. I need to learn rigour, Charles, and I reckon you're the man to teach me.
Nice.
And whatever the money was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And he agreed to it all, but it was quite rigorous. Oh
Was
my
it?
God, you weren't allowed to walk past the line in the kitchen out. I once saw some friends. That's
Really?
a real known. He was classically trained. You know, when he was a little boy, he went off to work in a restaurant, and they had to get the coal to make the walk-in, the fridges work, and you had to carry the coal with your arms stretched out, and if you got any black on your chef's jackets, you got beaten.
Christ.
He couldn't, I'm quite a messy chef, so he never let me do mains because it's directly in front of where all the guests were.
Wow.
I'd said, Charles, I'm trying to be tidier. And then I was making the summer puddings, and we had to wear clogs, and I tripped on the stairs going down, and all the summer pudding. I remember that.
Oh,
and
God.
it literally took 2 days to clean up.
Really? So what, because there would be
But
people...
he was brilliant. He could do the whole service, everything, really on his own.
Really?
He just had rhythm.
Amazing. What was, because there will be people who don't know that the Quality Chop House that we know now is not the Quality Chop House that was.
Yes,
so what was that restaurant?
It was the quality.
As in it was in there, but what was the food? What was it?
Oh, the food was, so it was Charles Fontaine. He had been the chef at the Ivy, the Caprice. He invented Bang Bang Chicken.
Did he?
for Jeremy.
Lady Diana's favourite dish.
Yeah. Jeremy said he invented that, didn't he?
That's so funny.
Well, he did it probably with, you know, Jeremy.
Yeah.
But it was his dish.
Oh, yeah.
And when I went to work with him, I said, you know, your Bang Bang Chicken, it could be a bit more real, you know, with proper spices and things. But I missed the whole point. The point of it was that it was peanut butter with oil in it, with this weird... I mean, it's not my dish.
No.
It's not my dish.
Yeah.
But he did a fish cake. I mean, it was sort of classical, simple brasserie food, you would say. Easy food, not too tricky.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, the Ivy was... You must be soothed, very easy. You've got so much money. We mustn't make life too difficult.
Don't want to challenge you. Yeah.
No
Have a shepherd's pie. Yeah.
You know, lovely. We used to go to the Ivy in Covent Garden a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Hector, 5 days old, in the bassinet. We took a bassinet.
Straight in.
Straight in.
Oh.
They treated us so well. That was amazing.
So it was more about the atmosphere there than the actual food.
No, like, you know, you had your favourites. It was, you know, sometimes they'd have a risotto on. And truffle risotto, they did a lot. When it was truffle time, you'd order it twice.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah, nice. Is that good?
I mean,
lovely. The Ivy used to cook really well.
Yeah.
You know, then Mark Hicks was the executive chef there.
Yeah, we're seeing him soon, actually, Hicks.
Man.
He's a character and a half, isn't he?
He's great.
Yeah.
Good
man.
What a man. Just quickly on atmosphere in restaurants there, because you can be at the greatest place in the world, but if there's no atmosphere around you, what's the equation in your mind?
You're talking from experience here, Freddie.
I'm just saying.
Atmosphere.
How important is that for a restaurant?
I think atmosphere is incredibly important, especially if you're a nervous guest. I mean, Fergus and I could eat a good meal in a service station because, you know, we would love that. That would be so, you know, cool and brilliant. But, you know, for me, it doesn't have to come from the typical things like music and candlelight and things like that. But atmosphere does help with pleasure. I think it's more, as we all say, The waiter brings atmosphere.
True.
They have a lot of power. And then, but they're all supporting each other, aren't they? The kitchen, the KPs, the bar, everything. It's all about all these things working. And as everyone says, a waiter can save a meal. Well, they're there, aren't they? They're the ones there. And sometimes things do go wrong. And the atmosphere, you know, I like a chaotic room, you know, what is mountain.
Yeah.
That has great atmosphere.
Buzzy.
Big room. But also, sometimes at St John I love an empty restaurant.
Yeah.
I love to arrive at 12 and then you watch it build and then simmer away again. So, you know, atmosphere comes from the people as well as the more typical ideas of, I mean, soft background music, for me, it's not necessarily giving you...
no, to create the atmosphere, no.
You started your catering company in the mid-90s, Arnold and Henderson, a beautiful name. Could be a removal company as well. You could have used it for everything.
Or law firm.
Or a law firm.
It's glorious. But any gigs,
I thought that.
good or bad, which sort of stand out in the memory? I mean, you must have done some hilarious things over the years. Went to Russia to see Amy, didn't you?
We opened the garage in Moscow in an old bus station that Abramovich and his partner had opened. Well, it was hers actually, and it's huge. And we did this enormous feast for 300 people.
Can you remember what were you producing?
Oh, the food, the produce was so bad.
Was it?
Really?
It was all going so wrong. And then I saw my friend Johnny Shankit arrived and I started crying and I couldn't stop. But Amy sang, which was amazing.
Wow.
There was a lot of stress because produce, our food so relies on having good produce. You can't, I mean, what I should have done is made big sort of lovely gravy or something and poured that over the beef. But, you know, the beef came from Argentina and it's all vacuum packed.
Oh, wow.
And the green beans came in small packets. And they were against potatoes because they'd obviously had so many potatoes. You know, I understand. Basically, everyone just wanted sushi and it
really.
all worked. The atmosphere was fantastic,
Was buzzing.
and it saved it. It saved it. But you know, we were in New York cooking for Matthew Barney's big artist, 300 people, and we need the trucks to arrive with all the equipment. And they just don't arrive, you know, and everyone's hot, the heat is boiling, you know, I mean, catering is about that. You're going, there's so much relying on it, there's so much money going into it, and everyone wants this incredible moment, but so many things can go wrong, but it's all about fixing it.
Did you buzz off that though? Because a lot of people that would just put them off.
No, I love it.
Yeah,
it's fun, and and the problems, just as long as you've got enough people to carry everything. The carrying can be quite tiring, and I did a lot of carrying.
Really?
All good?
Yeah, no, they were just checking if now would be a good time for some food.
Oh, yeah.
And I gave the thumbs up.
How did that catering company then morph into Rochelle? Because it was quite a...
We were at Rochelle.
Yeah.
But Rochelle was behind a door in an old school. We didn't have a license.
Yeah.
And we needed to multitask because otherwise we weren't going to have any money.
Right.
And I would be on the stove the whole time. And, you know, I didn't want to just cook on the stove. I wanted to be doing other things. So we needed to multitask, and we got into catering. We knew a lot of people in the art world, Sadie Coles, every day. I thank you to the art world for saving us. And we got into doing events, and we were doing we sort of changed events in a way, long tables, sharing platters, you know, easier than plating food for a lot of people. And then, I know people can do it, but you need less chefs and food. It's sort of more family style, as we call it. And it does work really well. And, you know, sometimes you don't have to rent thousands of pounds of ovens to make things hot. You know, they can be room temp. Or, it's just long as it's when food is cooked and it makes sense, then it's really... I really enjoy catering. Actually. I thought it was great fun. I love the idea of what we're going to cook, how you convince these people to eat these things. Obviously, terrines, rillettes, you know, they're good. They're good, delicious things.
Delicious things.
Yeah, and they go down and you can cook them a few days before.
So what is the offering, Rochelle, and how hard is it being sort of the mother-son combo? He's now head chef, but...
it's a nightmare.
Is it sometimes hard to be brutal with him? I don't know.
Got here? Oh, look at the monk. Yeah.
And then I've got your beetroot as well.
So can I move that one? Yeah, please. Thank you.
Look at that.
Wow, thank you so much.
So this is look at these.
Thanks.
Gorgeous.
Charles's beautiful
Charles's
beetroot. I
beetroots.
want you to try beetroot because
Look at those. Gorgeous.
Incredible.
And then what? This is some monkfish just with some tomatoes and cream. Is that right?
yeah.
Looks gorgeous.
God, it doesn't get better than that, Freddie.
No, it looks amazing.
I'll serve you up.
I don't know if I can eat right now.
Just a little.
Just a little bite. Yes, so for those that don't know, obviously you've got to get people out the doors by sort of 10ish at Rochelle, right?
Yep.
Must be an amazing place to work in that regard, but also,
You can still go out for dinner.
yeah.
Everyone's
right.
open.
Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah, because we're in such a council
Yeah, yeah.
housing. First council buildings built in Europe.
Is it?
Yeah, 1880.
Wow.
It's a fantastic area. I absolutely love it. We're very lucky to be there.
Sorry, we're asking about you being brutal to your son. I forgot about that one as well.
Yeah, so Hector started off working at Koya, making dashi. I said, Hector, this is so brilliant, this is stuff. But I sort of pushed him into cooking because he wasn't up to doing much.
No.
He wasn't doing anything.
Right, okay.
So, but he took it on and really
Oh,
enjoyed
what have
it.
we got here?
Oh, that's a faggot.
I love a faggot.
Beautiful faggot with mash.
Faggot and
Yeah,
mash.
and lovely onions.
Wow.
What's through
What
that
makes
mash?
a faggot? What is a faggot?
We were talking about this the other day with Anna, weren't we?
Yeah.
Go on.
All the nice David wrapped in cool fat. What makes it a
'Cause
faggot? Is it? It's the
faggot
pluck.
is a gathering.
It's
It's
the
a gathering.
pluck.
So you could have a bundle of sticks as a faggot.
Right.
But this is it's all the, but you
Has to be-
without lung, it's just a meatball.
So it's the lung. Because I remember.
The lung makes it a faggot.
Right. I always thought it had to be the whole pluck. That was the thing. But it's the lung that is the special.
And the heart.
And-
You have it all in there.
Yeah.
But some people say without the
Just a,
lung,
it's just a fucking meatball.
It's a meatball.
Chill out. I love a faggot.
And they're sort of, or they did have a mainstay on the menu at Rochelle for a while, right? Still to this day?
Faggots.
Yeah.
We would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're buying
Yeah.
whole animals and
Yeah.
you need to use everything.
Has it been sad to
Can I
see
serve you any Margot? Or you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, come on.
Is it sad seeing the demise of chefs being able to do sort of whole carcass, breaking down whole carcass and stuff over the years?
The demise of it.
Well, sort of, a lot of people we speak with now, they just buy in their meat already.
Well, they used to do that more.
Did they?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Oh, way
We've been
more.
lied to by people,
Oh
though.
no. Now, I mean, that's. I mean, obviously, it's hard work. You need to have space.
Yeah.
But so many people are
Doing it.
doing the butchery themselves.
Yeah.
You know, we do all the butchery. Knives out there. Got a huge.
I saw. I
I mean, that
got some
piece-
what they call B-roll of nigh
Really?
arms deep in a big haunch of beef. I think
Wow.
it was. Yeah, amazing.
Beautiful.
You
yeah.
need space though, right? That's the thing. I think that's what people say often nowadays in London.
Well, tiny kitchen.
If you've got a small kitchen, no
Yeah.
walk-in, you can't. It's
Yeah,
hard to.
Quite tricky. Yeah.
22. Oh, Ben, come on. Let's
So
get
there
on top
may
of
be
this.
its demise.
But in 2012, you published your brilliant cookery book. It's got pride of place on Ben's shelf
It's
in his kitchen.
unbelievable, Freddie.
Oh.
You're all invited. I mean, did you enjoy the process of doing the book? Was it a bit of a schlep? Are we going to see another one? I don't know.
Yeah, I really want to do another one.
Okay.
Do you?
Can be you can all fuck off.
Oh,
The first one was you're all invited.
yeah. Now get
Now
out.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Time to leave.
No, I'd love to do another one and you know, follow up to you're all invited.
Yeah.
The other day, my book was for sale in America for $1,500.
Christ.
Well, you can't buy it
Wow.
because they didn't reprint it. Boring. But
Did they know it was a hell of a book, that.
it's good.
For those who don't know, because it's called You're All Invited, which is a clue, but it was sort of cooking for many, right? It was kind of.
For many, for families, small groups. It's about, you know, sort of gentle, straightforward cooking
Yeah.
that you
Mm.
can. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh wow.
It's quite possibly the greatest tomato I've ever had.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the mustard to go with that sausage as well.
Oh, wow.
Very lovely sausages.
They look like
Oh.
beautiful
Made by
sausage.
Nye.
Really, made in here, made in house.
Are these nice tomatoes as well?
And some of
They're-
those
No.
little
They're
those
Charles
turnips
Dowdings.
that came from Charles.
Yeah.
Ooh. That horseradish
What
and
a
that beetroot.
spread.
Gorgeous.
Oh, you said it's the best tomato you've ever had. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, actually
It
is.
is.
It's bloody
People
good.
of Batcombe, the people of Somerset, the people of the southwest of England, Freddie, are spoilt having this here. It's unbelievable.
Well, the people of the world. We can all travel there. It's an hour and a half outside London,
We
Ben.
can. No, I know.
It's unbelievable.
I know.
It's a great area to visit, and especially, you know, there's OSIP down the road, the pharmacy,
Yeah.
Houser and Work,
Mm.
amazing gallery. They
Matt's
have
kitchen, of course.
Yep, Matt's kitchen.
Yeah.
He's a character. Have you had a night out with him?
Not recently, no.
Wow. I had one night out with him. Took me weeks to recover.
Oh, the beetroot.
Weeks, yeah.
Horseradish in
I
that
know,
beetroot.
that beetroot's unreal.
Freshly grated. Is that Charles's horseradish? Have we covered that?
I don't know if that is Charles's horse.
Whoever's in charge of the horseradish, well played.
Where do you like to eat then nowadays? Obviously, Bibendum back in the day, you stand up in the Ivy on occasion with Hector in a little basket. But I mean, nowadays, if you get the chance to go out, I mean, I'm guessing you and Fergus like to be out and about, right?
Yeah. We go to our local pub, Canton Arms.
Yeah,
That's
glorious.
That's a great. I mean, we live in Stockwell, so that is definitely helped Stockwell. There's a Szechuan kitchen down the road in Stockwell. We go to quite a lot. It's really good, and get takeaways from there. Went to Legado the other day. That Nevis' new place.
Yeah.
That was great. Really exciting. Beautiful room. Often go for Thai food at what's it called? Underneath Brat.
Oh, smoking goat.
Smoking goat.
I love smoking goat.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a smoking goat addiction.
Do you?
And Kiln. I love Kiln, but I'm not in Soho so much.
Not so much, yeah.
And also the sitting at the bar is tricky for Fergus, but Kiln is amazing. It's definitely one of my favourites.
9 Elms, you ever go in there?
9 Elms. Behave yourself.
With Robin Gill's place, Derby.
Derby.
Oh, of
Yeah, we
course,
go
Freddie.
to Derby.
Yeah.
We go to. I love Derby.
Yeah,
My
I'm just thinking it's
mistake,
near
Freddie. Yeah, my
Stockwell.
mistake.
It's near Stockwell.
Yeah, so we walk over there.
Yeah.
I love all the planting that around the American Embassy.
Yeah.
And on a Sunday we go down to Derby. You feel like we're tourists. You know, it just feels like you're in a different country.
Agreed.
It's a really
You're in
great,
Berlin for a second or something.
and they've got great atmosphere.
Yeah, they do.
there. And they've just opened this little cafe
They
bar.
have, haven't they?
And we had the toasted sandwiches last week.
Were they good?
Fergus had a Negroni. I had a glass of wine actually, because Negronis can make me go a bit mad.
Yeah, I had
And-
4 last night. It was crazy.
You weren't in good shape, yeah.
And a little toasted sandwich.
2022, you reward. I mean, even before you were made a British citizen, you were awarded an OBE.
That's part of the Commonwealth.
No, I know. No, I wasn't questioning why. I was saying, what an amazing achievement.
It was very exciting. Fergus
Thank you, sir.
had already been sent the letter because he had got an MBE when he was younger.
I know.
And then they said, well, we're actually trying to find you, Margot. And I was calling to say, I'm sorry we're late with this because it was all
Yeah.
COVID times. Yeah, because, I started Soho Food Feast.
Yes.
So I've done my charity. And Soho Food Feast is still going. What a brilliant little institution. Raised a lot of money for that school. Lovely Soho Parish Primary School.
Where your kids went,
Yeah.
where the Spateris went,
Yeah.
they said occasionally you had to be, a bit sort of aware of your surroundings during sports day. If you were running barefoot, they said, didn't they?
Is that right?
Well, I don't know.
Why did they not have shoes on?
I don't know. Don't know.
What the
John didn't give them shoes.
John
No,
Bowie
yeah.
wouldn't give them shoes. It's tough.
I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
This food is absolutely delicious.
Isn't it?
Oh my god. It's the kind of food you just want to eat all day long.
I want you
Isn't
to
it?
try that sausage.
No, we're coming. We're coming for the sausage.
Oh, wow. No, faggot.
Talk us through Nye. Where did you find Nye?
Where did I find Nye?
What a
Just
find.
hiding.
What a find.
Nye worked at St John Hotel,
Yeah.
and he also worked with me for a second. I asked him to come and work, but he was off to be head chef somewhere else in Notting Hill. Can't remember what it's called. Then he'd worked in France. He worked all over the place. Naturally brilliant, gifted chef.
Yeah.
And just cooked simply, beautifully. And as I was looking around the area, checking out the local suppliers,
Yeah.
somebody said, there's a bakery in Frome Station. I said, well, I'll go and find it. It took me a while to find it, actually.
Yeah.
And then as I was arriving, there, standing in the door, was Nye. I said, Nye, the stars are aligning. And he was living here in Frome. He's got a family, young family. And they'd come down here during COVID. And I said, I might be opening a pub, but if you come on, I'll definitely
do it.
And 6 months later, he signed on the dotted line.
Wow.
And it's been amazing. I mean, the food here is just
Exceptional.
Different,
and they are very lucky.
Yeah.
We do things in buns as well, but we haven't done burgers because sometimes it just goes so burgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone wants a burger, and I love a burger. Everyone loves a burger, but there are a lot of places doing burgers, and so we were trying to keep away from that.
Yeah.
But he does lovely I mean, things you can get, snacky things, fish bun, and a sort of beef buns. Yeah, I mean, it is there, but we're getting busier and busier. And
it's glorious.
I'm just looking at this. A cheddar toasty,
salt beef,
Scotch egg,
salt
beef bun.
The toaster sandwich is my go-to.
Yeah.
I love a toaster sandwich.
Chips, wow.
So just to come back to the pub, why? Like, what? How come this pub happened?
Well, my friend Max Wickham, it's his local pub.
Yeah.
So he bought his local pub, as gentlemen like to do,
Yeah.
and suggested that I come and help. And I said, I'd love to come and help. And, you know, I've always wanted to do something else. For ages I've been looking to do something else rather than just Rochelle.
Yeah.
What's next, Margot? I mean, can we get any exclusives? You're always up to something.
I'm going to open a restaurant in Manchester.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's the ambition, isn't it? It's a cool city. Seems to be the place to be.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah. There's just a good...
The atmosphere is great.
Yes.
That's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Feels like there are opportunities. It's not completely destroyed by the property developers.
No. And what kind...
this is a pipe dream, okay?
Yeah, but what kind of restaurant would it be? Similar to Rochelle? Are we moving...
Yeah, I think so.
It needs Rochelle up there, doesn't it? Did you do a pop-up there recently?
With a bar.
Yeah, with a bar. Yeah.
Hold on, are you opening another restaurant?
Yeah,
that's what I missed while the door was being opened.
Rochelle in Manchester.
In Manchester? Well, you were just up there?
It's a pipe dream. I was up there 2 days ago because we did a pop-up at
What an exciting
Winsome,
food scene,
and
right?
I was just so excited by them all. I was like, I want to be here.
Yeah.
And I met all these great chefs. This brilliant guy who's got there's a lot going on. I don't want one of those great vast places.
No.
You go and buy a bank there, don't you? And, and you've got 3 floors to fill. I mean, God, what a nightmare.
Oh.
But it needs to be big enough, doesn't it? It's good to have dreams, I think.
Good to have
Always.
dreams. So,
Yeah.
Well, like that year you push yourself, and then suddenly you turn into the greatest chef in the country.
Great.
We're going to move into a tap dance of quickfires now, Ben, if you'll allow us to. Yeah. What's the most overrated thing in food?
Michelin.
Go on.
Come on.
Not Michelin stars. I think the guys up the top who get 3 stars are all brilliant. But I feel down the bottom there's been this idea that you had in France, they sort of in some way destroyed their own food by making people do a amuse-bouche, saying they had to... It's sort of rules with Michelin.
Formulaic.
And who are they to say that... that restaurant should be serving this to make them a classic Michelin restaurant. I just think sometimes we should all be a little bit freer. Obviously, people follow Michelin and it does help with business. I'm not denying the helpness. But I think they have too much say in the whole thing, and we should be celebrating. I mean, they are getting better. They're giving street food in Thailand. So they've obviously recognised it as well. But... I think they've got a lot to answer for.
I agree. It does box you in a bit too much, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because then you're not really thinking outside the confines of amuse-bouche, snacks, this, that. You're just sort of box ticking at that point, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
Get out of your box.
Get out of your box, Ben. Well, come on, let's keep quick firing.
Where are we going? Favourite food scent? It's one of your favourite questions.
What was that?
Do you have a favourite food scent?
Food scent?
Well, Margot?
Roast potatoes. No, roast beef.
Yeah. I like
roast
faggots
beef.
This morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread. That's a beautiful one.
Amazing.
Bread. I mean, or I know, seed cake in the bar here. When you have that, when we have a seed cake just out of the oven,
fresh.
It just sort of lifts the whole room.
Yeah.
And adds to the atmosphere.
What's been the worst food fad?
Worst food fad.
Or worst foodie thing on a menu?
Worst one. Oh, there's so many. Slices of oranges on the side, a sprig of parsley when I started off. You had to put a sprig of parsley on the side of the food. I mean, what was that about? Garnish can be a real mistake.
Yeah.
It's just like, there needs to be the reason why you're
Which
doing
should be
anything.
that you're about to eat it.
Yeah. It's not there just to be boring.
Yeah, agreed.
But I'm sure there's many others. But food fads, I just can't think of one.
Nightmare Day?
Nightmare Day. I think I did that.
You did?
Yeah, I did that.
Sound like a fucking nightmare.
It was a nightmare.
Presumably, there could be...
But there's so many nightmare days, aren't there? I mean, when the ovens go down, there's, we've got rats running around the room.
I know.
That is tricky, but you push them away. You want to think of the positives
Think
in
of the
life.
good stuff.
Please,
Well, talking of the good stuff, what about the rudest customer you've ever had?
rudest customer.
Come on.
Well, I can't pick one out, but there's been a few. I just think sometimes, we're all working so hard to make this happen that customers need to realise they are as important to the whole thing
100%.
as we are, and their expectations, I think sometimes are put right up, like you saying, on the top best chef in the Britain. That's not true.
No, Freddie, you're helping no one.
And then
I'm
the
being honest,
expectation is so high
Yeah.
that, or that when people say, "Oh, I could cook this at home."
You're like,
Well, I feel like saying, "Well, go home.
Go on then, dickhead.
Go
Fuck off."
home
Yeah.
and cook it at home
It's the
and
same
enjoy
that-
yourself." I haven't asked you to come here.
Exactly.
I think that the choice, but that's different with a pub actually, because a pub, the customers own the pub. Rather than a restaurant, we give them more what they should have, but they sort of feel they should have a say in it.
Yeah.
So it's tricky that. But customers on the whole, I love them all.
Of course. The reason we get out of bed in the morning.
Do you have a plate peeve? Something which is overrated? Something which fucks you off about the industry? What could be done better?
I have, Well, that's a good sound.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
nice.
The grating.
Is that great? Maybe that's breaking down a whole animal again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That is. He's
Is it
soaring,
soaring through some bone?
bones.
Yeah.
He's
That's
soaring
lovely.
bones. Pet peeve. Gosh, I can't think of one. What one do you think I've got? There's so, there's problems with the industry, but it's all doing really well.
What about the changes in the amount of money you now have to pay?
Well, I think everyone should get more.
Yeah. No, sorry,
Yeah.
not the people. I mean,
Oh.
the government.
Oh, paying the government. Yeah,
Because a lot of businesses,
taking
restaurants going out of business now.
the tips and all of. I find that taxing tips, cash tips,
Mental.
or their obsession with. Do they just leave us alone a bit?
Yeah.
I know they just think we're somewhere where they're going to get some more money, but they should. We're doing so much for the country and bringing so much in. I think they should be a bit more helpful and
right.
generous spirited to
Agree.
the hard working slog of running a restaurant.
Couldn't
It's
agree
not
more.
easy. And I've just lost my partner. I don't want to lose my business.
No. Yeah. Please don't.
Well, let's go through a slot on the go-to locations. What's your go-to weeknight restaurant? So nothing fancy, but you and Fergus, you're heading out for something a little cheeky. I know we talked about a couple places earlier, but
Something cheeky. We'd go to a cheap. You want?
yeah, just like midweek, little.
Yeah. Macbeth up the road from Rochelle's new pub. They do a great pork Anna. Love Macbeth.
It looks
Not bad.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
I've seen that all over Instagram.
It's
yeah.
very good.
Well,
Can't
I'll
wait
have
to get up there.
Yeah.
Okay, what about for a blowout supper? Something celebratory. Where are you going?
To Ikeda, Japanese restaurant, absolute favourite. Family meals, celebrations.
Nice.
Best sushi. I'm sushi.
Yeah, really?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious.
Can you
been
do
there,
us-
family restaurant, been there for
So where
years.
is it?
Just along from Claridge's.
Yeah.
Bottom of South Molton Street.
Nice.
Wow.
Do you, as a
Yeah.
sushi obsessive, can you do us a quick 3 spots to look at?
Fattier tuna. Oh, what?
Well,
other
the
spots?
order would be good, but I'm also thinking like places for people to seek out.
I like the new one, Eel, in Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went there. What's it called?
Yeah. Something durian eel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
We went there, but we had everything, and then
It was
we had
good.
it again.
Yeah,
It was
nice.
great.
Yeah.
That was very good. I really enjoyed it. But Ikeda is a sort of go-to.
That's the
Okay,
one.
nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a go-to pub apart from the Three Horseshoes, the greatest pub in Somerset?
Canton Arms, really love the Canton Arms.
Yeah.
Macbeth, love that.
Yeah.
Camberwell Arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mike Davis.
Yeah, we all live in South London, so
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Support your own. Support where you are. What about a hidden gem?
Hidden gem. Well, I was thinking Macbeth. That's new.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Sichuan in
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Stockwell.
Nice.
That's great. Italo
Italo Deli.
in
Yes.
Bonington Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that's a little hidden gem. That
That
whole
is.
area as well.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Everyone,
Yeah.
Lunchtime though. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lunch place.
Yeah, of course.
But
We went for our
sometimes
first
they
sandwich
get
there together, didn't we?
sometimes I've had guest chefs and they're absolutely brilliant.
Unbelievable when they do
and
dinner.
they've
Yeah.
done- yeah, that's
Especially in the summer, eating outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a little fiddle performance.
Do you?
If you're not careful. Yeah.
What about your dream long weekend getaway,
well.
foodie-wise?
Foodie wise, Somerset, of course,
Yes.
is a go-to. There's so much
Yeah.
to drive around, so many places to eat.
Yeah.
You could pop down to the coast if you wanted to.
True.
It's actually a very good stop off here on your way to Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Somerset.
Nice. Is there
Bruton.
anywhere,
Agreed.
aside from the ones mentioned already, are there any little spots around here that people, if they do stop, and they're going to come here for one meal,
And then they go to the pharmacy.
they go, if they had to go for a third
And
little
there's
treat
a really
somewhere.
good one next door to the pharmacy, which is delicious.
Yeah.
Where the Wescombe. You go to Wescombe and have their sandwiches.
Yeah.
They're
Nice.
beautiful. They buy their salamis.
Watch
That's-
Tina Turner do her work.
Yeah.
That's a treat.
When you and Fergus walk into a restaurant, do people get like, oh my god, like the sort of David Beckham and Victoria of the food world?
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, do you see them
Well,
freeze up a
hopefully-
bit? 'Cause they're like,
sometimes we're worried we haven't got a table,
Yeah.
so we push Ferguson first. And we say, Fergus, you go first. We'll get the table, get the table.
But do people freeze up? I mean, you guys are like,
They don't freeze
Royalty.
up. Generally, they're very generous.
delighted.
And they're very happy to have us.
yeah, of
and
course.
warm, there's a lot of warmth and love, actually. It's it's very nice.
Beautiful.
It's lovely.
Well, should we finish off, Ben?
Should we do our go-to three-course meal?
I think so.
If you were to put together, I never like to say the final meal, but a go-to three-course meal.
Well,
A, who's cooking it, and B, what is it?
sushi chef.
Yeah.
The guy from Akeda.
Yeah.
I love him all to myself.
Yeah, nice.
And very expensive sake.
Yeah.
Dry sake. Big bottle.
Big bottle.
I like
Nice
it.
and cold?
The tipsiness on sake cold, definitely cold. And then nigiri sushi. I'd like fatty tuna, very fatty tuna, extra fatty
Yeah,
tuna,
fatty.
and then uni,
Yeah.
and then finish off with cold soba with a dipping sauce.
Nice.
I love cold soba.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And are you a pudding person? Have you got a sweet tooth?
Sweet tooth, not so sweet, but okay, after maybe more sake.
Yeah, right. What a way to finish.
Can we get a St John classic from the pudding menu? I mean, come on, this is.
Pudding, yeah, I'd love.
Well, I had Margot's
I
pavlova
lo-
at my wedding.
I
for
love
dinner.
Sussex pond. actually.
Sussex pond
I
pudding.
love a Sussex
Love it.
pond.
Is that
yeah.
the one where you
Oh,
bake a lemon in the middle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a brilliant pudding
Unbelievable.
with suet crust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite filling.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
You know, it's your
Rich.
last. It's your last.
You're about to
Your
die.
last meal.
Wet custard.
Yeah. Nice. Oh.
Well, Margot, thank you so much for hosting us. You've been absolutely just incredible. And all we can say is
thank you.
get down here because the food is like, if a tomato pops in your mouth like that, you just knew the rest was going to be delicious, and it
Also,
fucking was.
the turnips.
I know. And the sausage.
Turnips.
The
The
sausage.
turnips are outrageous.
The food is really good.
The food
Yeah.
is exceptional. So
Well,
get down
thanks,
here. We're only an
guys.
hour and a half from London. Jump on a train. If you're lucky, Margot will come pick you up in a car.
Yeah. If you've got a fear of trains, get yourself to Rochelle Canteen.
Of course. I was
You
about
don't
to
have to
get
leave
there.
London.
I was about to
You
get
can
there.
do both.
You can do both.
It's a lovely one too. Have lunch at Rochelle and then head down here.
But you might live locally. You might not live in London.
Yeah.
There are people that don't live in London. That's exactly.
Well, we've got listeners abroad as well. If you're in America, get on a flight over here. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for having us, Margie. You're absolutely incredible. And we'll be seeing you next in Rochelle Canteen because, we've been down here. We're going to come back here with our partners and enjoy it again.
Yeah.
But we'll be in Rochelle. Anyway, the final question is, what song do you want us to play you out with?
Talking Heads, Burning Down the House.
Beautiful.